I would like to bring to his attention. If somewhere it could be we can find a way to move the student loans from the DFC. And why I say that, Mr. Speaker, because I've been talking to a number of students who have been attempting to get loans from the DFC. One is very difficult to get. They ask a lot from these kids, from security or people to sign for them to make sure that they pay, and that by itself I can understand. But more importantly, Mr. Speaker, they're charging the students 11%, and at this time, you know that credit is so cheap. I would want to suggest to the Prime Minister if he can look into moving those loans from the DFC to the National Bank, where the students can pay a cheaper rate, probably at least 8%. I know, and yes, and easing on some of the conditions. I know of one young man who just got a loan, and his interest payments whilst attending school is $200 a month. And this young man, he's working, you know, his family cannot afford to pay it, so he has to work to try to find this $200 every, or $195 every month. So maybe, Prime Minister, maybe something that you could look at and see what we can do to help alleviate the pressure that these young students have. No? Thank you, sir.
The National Bank is now doing refinancing, and people who have mortgage loans at the commercial banks are able to, in fact, come to the National Bank, borrow the money to pay off the commercial bank, and refinance through the National Bank. We started off concentrating, or in fact dealing exclusively with mortgage financing. The remit of the bank has long since expanded, and the bank does offer student loans, so I'm not sure the size of the student loan portfolio. I don't see why the same sort of accommodation couldn't be offered by the National Bank in terms of people being able to refinance the loans that they might currently have with the DFC. But let me find out. I'm not sure, as I said, whether any policy decision was made with respect to student loans in the same manner as the policy decision was made with respect to mortgage financing.